start on YouTube, so obviously technology has been a huge, huge part of my life. Tech has been great for health, hiring people, and helping the planet. Although it is a double-edged sword because it does all of that, but then also helps Nazis meet one another. Let's be real. Recently, I've been thinking about how technology has changed since I was a kid. Like, it wasn't that long ago that I was sneaking onto AOL and starting conversations like, ASL. Who remembers ASL? Right? It meant age, sex, location. And nobody ever answered it honestly. Back in the day, AOL chat rooms were the training ground for young girls to figure out if a guy was a creep. Nowadays, you just know he's a creep if he's still spending time in AOL chat rooms. Stop it! Stop! I'll never forget, this is a true story, y'all. I'll never forget the first time I saw an emoticon. It changed everything. I was on MSN Messenger. Yeah, that's what's up. MSN Messenger, and someone sent me a smiley face, and I was like, what? How did you do that? I was shook. And every time my friend tried to explain how he did it, he'd be like, it's easy, you just type, and then the emoticon would come up again, and I would lose my mind all over again. Like, I didn't know what to do. So I reported him to MSN for being a witch, obviously. There's no other way. But now, we have emojis for everything. I mean, if I want to use the word penis, I can just send an eggplant. Back in the day, I had to put major effort into sending that penis emoji. I had to type an 8, a capital D, and then in the middle, I'd have to type somewhere between 1 and 10 equal signs, depending on who I was talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And it all depended what I was talking about. Like, someone with 10 equal signs, Usher. Someone with only 1 equal sign, Mitch McConnell. Depends. The way we watch movies has changed, too. I remember having to rewind my VHS tapes every time I wanted to watch them. I don't know how many of you remember VHS tapes, but they were what we used before DVDs. Okay, I don't know how many of you remember DVDs, but they're what we used before Blu-rays. Okay, I don't know how many of you remember Blu-rays, but it's basically what we used before we torrented everything. Modern technology gives us so much information at our fingertips, but it also makes us way dumber. If you give me 3 seconds, I can find out which elementary school Kanye West attended. But if you took my GPS away while I'm right here at work right now, I would never see my house again. It's 2 turns, literally. And spell check has changed everything. Before, if I wanted to write the word miscellaneous, I used to have to really think about it, or even worse, look it up in a dictionary. And now, I just type M-I, and I start smashing buttons on my phone, and it'll guess what I'm talking about. It's great! But I will admit, I am a stereotypical millennial. Hello. Yeah. I am. The millennials make some noise. And because of that, I have anxiety about talking on the phone. Yeah. You hear that? That's the sound of anxiety. If one of my friends calls me on the phone, I'm gonna assume that someone just found their dead body. And even in that scenario, straight to voicemail. Like, I can't. Like, if my doctor says, we'll call you with the test results, I'm like, are you sure we can't handle this over text? It's like a thumbs up or a sad emoji, that'll do. Although I get it. I get how there could be some confusion. He could send me a crab emoji and I'll be like, oh my God, I have crabs? And the doctor would be like, no, I'm at the beach, I'll get back to you later. It's weird because I grew up talking on the phone a lot, always calling my friends on their home landlines. In case you don't know, let me explain what a landline is. It's like when your phone dies at the airport and you're stuck close to the wall charging it, but all the time. And it was the worst. This guy knows what I'm talking about. This guy knows exactly what I'm talking about. This guy has a landline with him right now. He's like all the way to his house, just has a landline with him right now. But it was the worst. And it was especially bad if your friend's parents picked up. Because then you had to make small talk with your friend's parents, and let's be real. The only thing I had in common with those parents was we both thought their daughter had been acting weird since she started smoking weed. I agree, ma'am. It's been interesting to be around since the internet started. Like in the early days, the internet was the Wild West. Now everyone thinks that FBI agents are constantly listening to them. See, personally, I vlog my entire life. So if the FBI is listening to me, yo, please like and subscribe.